Hi, this is Dave, and today I'll be reviewing the superb book, Air War South Atlantic by Jeffrey Ethel and Alfred Price. This is a Jove book that was published by arrangement with Macmillan Publishing Company. This book is out of print and originally retailed for $3.50. You can pick one up on used on Amazon though for around $3.99 plus shipping, or you can even get a new one for around $37.50. I assume a new one means one that's never been read. This book is about the Falklands War. Since many of you went to school in the United States and were taught very little about world history, I'll begin with a very brief description of the war. Argentina and the United Kingdom had a long dispute over the British-controlled Falkland Islands in the South Atlantic. On April 2nd, 1982, Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands and captured the small British garrison there. Britain's Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, sent a huge armada to recapture the islands. An extensive air, naval, and land battle ensued. Both sides lost ships, aircrafts, and troops, but the British won every land battle and the Argentine forces surrendered. The Falklands remain in British control to this day. This book covers the war in chronological order, starting with the preparation of the British task force to go to sea all the way to the end of the war. The end of the book also has a section where the author details the air and ship losses by both sides. In some cases, the author discovered aircraft losses that occurred and were not included in the official British government report. Interviews the authors conducted with Argentine airmen also confirmed that some aircraft that were listed as probably shot down indeed were. The bulk of the writing about air combat deals with air-to-air combat between Harriers and Argentine aircraft. The Harriers shot down 23 Argentine aircraft without a single loss of their own. This has contributed to the Harrier pilots' excellent air-to-air combat training, the Argentines' lack of air-to-air combat training, and the excellent performance of the American AIM-9L Sidewinder missile. Unlike the AIM-9B Sidewinder that was used in Vietnam, the AIM-9L worked as advertised and was a deciding factor in many engagements. There is also blow-by-blow descriptions of the Argentine attacks on British ships in the task force. The Argentine pilots were exceptionally brave and managed to hit a lot of British ships with bombs. They dropped many of the bombs from too low an altitude, and the bombs did not have time to arm themselves and failed to detonate. Even so, they did sink some British ships and caused extensive damage on others. Argentina kept British anti-aircraft busy during this conflict. Argentina's ace in the hole was the Exocet missile, of which they only had 5. They were able to sink a destroyer and a merchant ship that was loaded with helicopters. This sinking meant that British infantry had to spend several days walking to their objectives instead of flying there. If Argentina had a much larger supply of Exocet missiles, they probably would have won this war. The same could be said if most of their bombs detonated when they hit British ships. This book contains maps and a photograph section in the middle of the book. One of the things I really liked about this book is how the authors have evaluated the weapons and tactics used by both sides. All of their critiquing is objective and based on real-life interviews with the servicemen involved in this war. I definitely recommend this book, and if you buy only one book about the Falklands War, make sure it's this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the review.